Hello and welcome to my channel, The Real Super Sam. This is a special complete history of video and I hope you enjoy. Happy 4th of July. This year for my Captain America themed video, I'm making a complete history video on one of his foes. Dr. Faustus is the Captain America villain I'm looking at today. Jonathan Faustus is a brilliant psychiatrist and manipulator. Having such great skill, he made his enemies kill each other and later called himself Doctor. Throughout his whole history, he has mostly fought Captain America and has done things to his allies as well. Yes, I too am surprised at how big this guy could be, and sometimes was in Marvel Comics. With that all said, this is everything about anything with the Captain America enemy, Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus first appeared in Captain America issue 107, which came out November 1968. Captain America is having nightmares, so he calls a psychiatrist, who has introduced to us as being the man called Dr. Faustus. It is then revealed that Faustus has Captain America's bellboy working with him to defeat Captain America by driving him mad with his special pills, which he pretends is his prescriptions. The tricks Dr. Faustus and Red Skull play on Steve Rogers are so bad, he has therapy sessions with Dr. Faustus. If you're wondering already why doesn't Dr. Faustus just have someone secretly shoot Captain America while he's lying on the couch, it is because he prefers to kill people without leaving a single clue. Captain America figures this all out by the end of the comic and easily gets away. On the street is a battle between him and the Doctor. Peeling off a mask that made him look old, Captain America told Dr. Faustus that he saw through his plan and pretended to take the medication. Dr. Faustus then challenged Cap to a one-on-one fist fight. Captain America is more than happy to oblige and knocks down Dr. Faustus with a single punch. His next appearance was in Captain America issue 161 and 162. Dr. Faustus has also treated an amnesiac Peggy Carter and captured her niece, Sharon Carter, and her parents in an attempt to destroy Captain America. Actually, in issue 162, it was the first time Peggy Carter was given a name. He failed, and when Cap saw this, he beat Faustus up. He was then in Captain America 192, December 1975. It was also the supervillain Moonstone's first appearance. In this story, Dr. Faustus and Moonstone, who here is just called Dr. Carla Soffin, brought stolen Stark weapons and are on a private jet planning to take financial control over Manhattan. With sonic guns, his goons stop Captain America from attacking on the plane, and Faustus tells him he plans to hold the city hostage. Captain America manages to fight back and goes one-on-one with Dr. Faustus, where it looks like to his goons that Cap shot him, so the goons blast at Cap, but they knock out a window. And because of that, Faustus flies out the window, apparently dying. Next, the Dr. Faustus bugged Spider-Man in Amazing Spider-Man 169 and 170. Spider-Man, doing his normal hero thing, interrupts one of Faustus' schemes. Spider-Man has heard of this rogue, and the Doctor tells him that he was wearing a parachute and survived his plane dive. Using his hypnotic and hallucinogenic cigar gases on Spider-Man, making him believe all of his recent enemies are attacking him, Dr. Faustus pretends to save Spider-Man's life and persuades him to help him break into a secret lab. Faustus' plan is to slip his drug into the flu vaccine to make everyone his slave, but just then Spider-Man shakes off the effects of the gas. This is when we get a fight between Dr. Faustus and Spider-Man, with Spider-Man having a tough time on this guy. He says he's like Wilson Fisk when fighting. Yeah, the Doctor actually wins by blowing more of his smoke in Spidey's face. But he doesn't think about the traps in the room he entered. Going out and he gets hit by lasers and Spider-Man wipes him up for the police. Next, he was in the 5-part comic adventure in Captain America issues 232 to 236. There's a new neo-Nazi group, National Force. He brainwashed the Captain America for the 1950s at the time called William Burnside and turned him into the Grand Dictator to lead the group. He also convinced Sharon Carter to commit suicide, but she survived. He also brainwashed Captain America, making him think that he is the Grand Dictator now. Daredevil is in the story and fights a brainwashed Captain America, who is working with Dr. Faustus to take over the city. Yeah, Grand Dictator is crazy and thinks he's doing all this for the good of America, and keeps correcting Dr. Faustus even. But Dr. Faustus' grand plan is to load up the missiles with his special gas and then drop them all over the city. He tends to do this a lot. Anyway, Captain America, free of Dr. Faustus' control, fights the guy and wins, since the missile canisters fall on top of him, injuring his legs. Dr. Faustus next had his first media appearance in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, episode 12, on November 28, 1981. Dr. Faustus was voiced by Dennis Marks. Dr. Faustus was employed by Wilson Fisk to construct a psycho disc and used it to brainwash Captain America and Iceman. The disc, when placed on the back of someone's neck, allows the person's mind to be controlled for a maximum of 12 hours. Dr. Faustus tests it by making some guy think he's a chicken and can fly, so the guy literally just walks off the balcony flapping his arms. Spider-Man finds Kingpin and Faustus leaving a scene in their car. Spider-Man tries to hang onto the roof and stop them, but fails. Anyway, Dr. Faustus, trying to get away from all the heroes in the episode, which includes Captain America today, tries to mind control Kingpin to fight for him, but Kingpin was well prepared for that and turns the gun on Faustus, causing him to run out right into an ice wall and a doorway, knocking himself out. He was next in Marvel Team-Up issues 132 and 133. Today, Dr. Faustus is using the Everyman to be his operative to defeat Mr. Fantastic to prove his worth to the Secret Empire group. He is working with a girl named Anna, someone he wants to have faith in him desperately. We also learn of his background. He was always in the books, and his poor mother slaved for him and then died, slaved for him for his worthless dreams. Dr. Faustus attempted to drive Mr. Fantastic to commit suicide by making him think that he has killed the Fantastic Four using life model decoys. But Richards defeated Dr. Faustus' plan, causing the villain to have a psychological breakdown. In February 1987, he appeared in Captain America issue 326. Tonight, Dr. Faustus is occupying the mansion Skull House in secret throughout the night. Using holograms, he tries to torture Captain America to commit suicide. But an actual ghost, saying he is Captain America's greatest enemy, the ghost Red Skull, attacks Dr. Faustus, choking him, who is in a wheelchair now, presumably after Captain America issue 236, sending the Doctor into a scary trance, being wheeled out by Captain America himself. In October and November 1993, he was in Captain America issue 420, then Nomad volume 2, issue 18, Captain America 421, and Nomad issue 19, in a story called The Faustus Affair. The character Jack Monroe, aka Nomad, is under mad counseling by Faustus here. Faustus takes his mind-maddening plan very seriously and will stick with Jack Monroe. We also see that Dr. Faustus can walk again, be it with the leg crutches and canes. Captain America is trying to save him, but Faustus couldn't care much of his intrusions. He just sits in his wheelchair knowing legally Cap can't do anything to him as he tries to save Jack Monroe. But, yeah, Cap rushes the two into an elevator and interrogates this big guy for answers. Anyway, the ending has Nomad free, about to kill Dr. Faustus, but he gets talked down even though he really wants to. He drops the doc and sends him to jail. But in jail, Nomad breaks in and kills Dr. Faustus in private. October 2005, the New Thunderbolts issue 11 came out. There was a version of Dr. Faustus in it. He is seen here as a cameo with a lot of facial hair. Next came Captain America 2004, issue 22, September 2006. Dr. Faustus was revealed to be alive actually and working as S.H.I.E.L.D. psychiatrist while also working with the Red Skull. He was dead in issues 25 and 26. Dr. Faustus has been manipulating Agent Carter, being her psychiatrist. He's given her romantic attachment to Captain America and had her assassinate Captain America. After that, even, Faustus and Red Skull get in an argument about who's in charge. Then came issue 28. In this issue, it's officially revealed to the reader that yes, Dr. Faustus is Sharon Carter's psychiatrist in disguise. And then Faustus was in issues 30 through 33. In these issues, Bucky Barnes is captured and gets examined by Faustus against his will. Then he tests Bucky to see if his manipulation has worked and tells him to kill Agent Carter. He doesn't, and Faustus reveals he was testing Bucky with blanks in the gun. Then he actually tricks Bucky to weaken him and knock him out. And next came issues 34 through 38. Here, Faustus and Red Skull are still working together, and we see Faustus has mind-slaved soldiers to kill for him, maybe unknowingly. But the increasing verbal abuse from Red Skull causes him to withdraw from their evil plan. He goes to a weakened Bucky Barnes to save him, restore the American hero back to action by making Bucky Barnes believe he is Captain America. He does this in his own crazy way, but it works. Next, he was in Captain America 2005, issues 40 and 41. Bucky Barnes, believing that he's the real Captain America thanks to Dr. Faustus, starts to come back to reality. After that, he decides to leave Sharon Carter for good. Faustus does. In December 2008, Dr. Faustus was in What If House of M issue 1. Well, he was kind of in it. Dr. Faustus revealed to a group of costumed criminals in the story that the Cosmic Cube was in possession of the Cronus Corporation. After that, he was killed by Stiltman. The Ultimate Universe Dr. Faustus appeared for one issue in Ultimate Armor Wars issue 2. Jonathan Fairhoff became an information broker for the European superhuman mercenary community. At some point through an accident involving a dimensional portal, he wound up with the form of a little big-headed organism and started controlling a robotic version of his old self. He tried to kill Iron Man but failed, and that was his one and only appearance in the Ultimate Universe. Then, in January through March 2011, he was in Captain America issues 612 through 614. This story starts off with the Falcon and Black Widow arresting Dr. Faustus. Faustus makes a deal and will testify on behalf of Bucky Barnes at a trial in exchange for a presidential pardon. Faustus does provide the help for Bucky Barnes he said he would, and one thing he does is manipulation to have the prosecutor attack the judge while everyone sits and watches. Doing this, he proves the power of control and manipulation. This works, and he and Barnes are being moved in a truck later, and Faustus controls the drivers so they both can get out and leave. And then he was in Thunderbolts Volume 2, issues 27 and 28. Here, it is shown that Dr. Faustus killed children. The Thunderbolts stopped him then. Punisher wanted to just kill him, but Red Hulk wants to recruit him to work for the team. Yeah, Red Hulk gives him a lecture about how the Thunderbolts are villains doing good now and that he can help out. He was next in issue 32, December 2014. Here, Faustus has a little cameo. The next month, he was in She-Hulk 2014, issue 10. He's in 3 panels just to be a mastermind to get knocked out. His next appearance was in live action, appearing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I too didn't know he was in it. He was the villain in Agent Carter Season 1, Episodes 5 through 8, February 3rd to February 24th, 2015, Season 1, Episodes 5 through 8, every episode in the last half of Season 1. The episodes are called The Iron Ceiling, A Sin to Err, Snafu, and Valediction. He was played by Ralph Brown. A psychiatrist and the former leader of the Soviet espionage agency Leviathan, originally working as a medical officer in the Soviet armed forces during World War II, he realized he could use all his techniques to the point of fully hypnotizing other people. In 1946, he orchestrated a campaign against the American inventor Howard Stark, whom he blamed for the death of his brother. His plan was eventually discovered by Agent Peggy Carter of the Strategic Scientific Reserve, and he was arrested and put in the same prison cell as Hydra scientist Arnim Zola, who then recruited him. This is implying to me that he may have been partially responsible for the brainwashing of the Winter Soldier. There's a weapon he has called the Midnight Oil that is a gas. He activates it in a theater and 46 people will go crazy and kill each other. I guess you could say he was the main villain in Agent Carter Season 1. Hiding behind a persona of goodwill, he was able to manipulate others and hypnotize them. He had a complete disregard for human life, especially Americans, as he did not only kill SSR agents, but killed innocent civilians just to test the stolen weapon, and get his revenge on Howard Stark. His main power is hypnosis here, just like the comics. He had used his ring as a conduit for his hypnosis techniques by speaking softly and having their attention focused towards the ring as he rolled it with his fingers. There's a scene in the show where he mind controls Howard Stark and makes him hate himself. He does things, but this show seems to be forgotten about like the Inhuman show. I got bored and didn't even watch Agent Carter. I just went back to the show to find information on this guy. He has done well. He's just not that exciting of a supervillain. Some points on this guy is he was saved by Dum Dum Dugan, and at first he was thought to be an ally helping Carter, but then all was revealed. He messed around with the head of the SSR by messing with his mind and making him see illusions of his family. Also, just for a fun fact, there's a method called the Faustus method used to mind control people in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, definitely a reference to this villain. Next, he was in Ms. Marvel Volume 4, issues 2 and 3, February and March 2016. Faustus worked on the Hope Yards Association project, a Hydra operation designed to gentrify Jersey. He kidnapped Bruno Cardelli and used mind control on him when Bruno figured out what Hydra was doing. Miss Marvel found him and tried to stop him, but he easily had Bruno stop her and let him get away. But at a rally, Bruno breaks out of mind control and trolls Dr. Faustus. Then he was in issue 13. Here, Faustus helped Worthy run for mayor of Jersey City, but Worthy ended up losing. Faustus was in Captain America Steve Rogers issues 14 through 17. One day, as Faustus is working on his plan of fake therapist getting clients' inheritance plots, the new Madam Hydra walks in on him and she offers him influence. So Faustus expects and joins the Hydra High Council. And throughout it, Dr. Faustus uses his power to sway the ropes in Hydra's direction. Next came Black Panther Volume 6, Issue 14. Yeah, in this issue, on one page, he proves that he deserves to be on Hydra's High Council. And then he was in Secret Comic Book Day, Secret Empire. Faustus was a cameo. Next came Secret Empire Issue 1. Faustus having joined Hydra's High Council and watched as Steve Rogers transformed into a Hydra agent. Next was US Avengers Issue 6 and 7. Faustus later provided his hypnotic skills in the form of recording of his voice to mind control S.H.I.E.L.D's many agents in order to make it easier for Rogers to take over and facilitate his plan to take over the United States. And then was Secret Empire United. He says like 2 lines here just as part of the Hydra High Council, proving his mind control expertise again. Next was Captain America Volume 8 Issue 25. Here, Faustus admires Black Panther and basically distracts him as Zemo beats him up. He returned in Secret Empire Issue 9. Faustus gets trolled, again, as Sharon Carter reveals she was just pretending to be under his suggestions as, since he's done this to her in the past, she built up an immunity and tricked Faustus to get close and take his secrets. His next appearance was for Black Panther Volume 6 Issue 18. Faustus appears at the end, holding a body. On December 3rd, 2017, Dr. Faustus was in more animation in the show Marvel's Avengers Assemble, episode 92, which was titled New Year's Resolution. On New Year's Eve of 1949, Peggy Carter and Howard Starr captured Dr. Faustus on a mission as they were chased by King the Conqueror's robots disguised as Hydra soldiers that were sent to kill Howard to erase Iron Man from existence. An explosion sends them to the present-day future. It is hinted that Dr. Faustus's ring is one of the Mandarin's rings known as the Liar. Anyway, he mind controls a bunch of bikers in the park to attack Captain America so he can escape, but he still gets caught up and knocked out. He's in the episode for like 3 lines in 1 minute, but he was here. I gotta say also, the episode was entertaining. I guess it was part of the Secret Wars arc. I haven't watched the show, so. Anyway, he was in Black Panther issue 166. Once again, Faustus is just in a roll call of a supervillain group, of course being the mind control man of the group. And his last appearance today was for Black Panther issue 169, March 2018. A very cool thing about this issue is there's almost no dialogue. Anyway, for Faustus, he gets hit in the head with a metal helmet chain weapon and falls down. And that, my friends, for the 4th of July 2021 is everything about anything with the villain Dr. Faustus. What a character. After reading all about this guy, he isn't all that great. No wonder he's a bit of a forgotten Captain America rogue, although I guess Cap doesn't have many big villains. He has his mind tricks, but so do other characters like Mysterio and Mad Hatter, and they are way better as criminals. The best thing with him is him being the main villain in Agent Carter Season 1. But his first few storylines were amazing in my opinion. Wouldn't it be shocking if someday he caused some superhero to kill himself, setting off a big Marvel event? And with that all said, I hope you enjoyed. Once again, I love making these complete history of videos, and maybe you learned something you liked in this video. I thank you again for watching, and have a great day.